Hello everyone and welcome back to another Merlin Mumbles. So it's a bit late, usually I try to get these out at the beginning of the month, but it's been hectic here at home with the lambing season. So I haven't had as much time to myself as I wanted. So that does mean the videos are a bit stifled at the moment, but I am getting them filmed as best I can. So yeah, here we are with the March Mumble, and I might be able to get around to doing 2 this month like I planned, but we'll have to wait and see. But thank you all to everyone who is subscribed to the channel, and also thank you to everyone who is enjoying the content. I'm glad it's up to your likings, and it will hopefully get better. I am planning on researching how to add music and overlay pictures and stuff to my videos so that I can do a little bit better quality for you lot to enjoy. So I'm down in my studio today with my black backdrop on behind me over the window, as my normal setup is kind of blocked over. My table is filling up a lot of the space because I'm needing the floor for filming the battle reports. So it is a bit of a mess down here, so I am getting around to sorting out the studio properly, but we'll have to wait and see for a few months yet. Right then, so let's hit the talking points. So the talking points today I'm going to cover are my Patreon, my TT layout, Stormbringer and Imperium, my armies, my Hoth battleboard, and I'm going to be covering a little bit about my new series, My Army of the Month. Right then, so before I get started, don't forget to, of course, like this video if you are enjoying it. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, as it's the only way you can get up to date on my mad content. And of course, don't forget to drop a comment down below. I love hearing back from you on your hobbying. And yeah, this mumble video is me sharing with you my hobby. Right, let's start off then with my Patreon. So, if you haven't already, haven't seen it already, Mad Merlins is now on Patreon. There is a link in the description down below if you would like to follow it and subscribe. I'm still working out the tiers, but I'm going to be hopefully uploading videos directly to Patreon. So you'll be getting the first views of all my future videos. And yeah, I'm going to have a few tiers dedicated to certain bits. So there'll be one dedicated just for the TT fans, there'll be one dedicated for the Warhammer fans, and there'll be one dedicated for just you who like to help support the channel. So yeah, at the moment there's only the one tier, and it starts at £3 a month or $3, whichever your regional currency is. So it will help the channel out, helps keep biscuits in the biscuit barrel, tea in the tea cup, paints on the paint shelf, and keeps me working on the videos, of course. So that's the Patreon. Moving on to my TT coverage. So, with the success of my video 2 for the TT Club magazine, I've started taking a bit more of a dive into the hobby, and I've been picking up a few bits to prepare for future projects. You've already seen those bits if you've watched my unboxing videos for the Pico Goods Shed and Pico Signal Box. So I'm going to be building the goods shed soon, so I'll be able to start to plan exactly how big I'm going to need the layout. But I've got a rough design of a reverse J, with a bit of a goods yard supplying a farm and also cattle dock area. Plus, I've also got a country station sort of set up in the middle of nowhere. And I'll be most likely having the town up above the platform and come down to the platform where the trains will be obviously going to and fro. But of course, that's not going to be the end. I am going to extend it. It's going to be the first train set I'm actually planning on extending beyond its initial designs. So this is just going to be the bottom end of what will be an extended sort of branch line. It's going to be a fictional branch based much on the area and geography of the part of Devon where I grew up. As when I used to ride my scooter in my teens, I used to imagine some of the roads I travelled were very smooth and like a nice cutout, and it looked like it used to be a railway track, and I always used to picture myself in a small narrow gauge a train pulling a goods train down this particular road, and it's inspired me to create a fictional branch. I'm going to be calling it the Burn Valley Light Railway. And yeah, it's going to cover starting at a small halt of Burnholt, which used to be on the Exeter to Barnstaple Railway, just outside of Bickley. And then it's going to sort of snake through a bit of a valley and then terminate at the village I grew up in, Butterley. So yeah, it's just going to be a small little railway. Nice little get started project for myself, really. I've also made a start on ordering wagons for the railway. I've got a brake van, two open wagons, and also two vent vans. These, of course, are a bit on the basic side. There's not a lot of printing on them, so I'm not going to be too bothered about repainting them to try and match in a little to the setting I'm trying to capture, really. So yeah. Yeah, that's it. I've already mentioned the Pico unboxing, so if you haven't watched those, do go check them out. It's quite nice. They're only short videos, but the kits are really nice, and I can't wait to get around to building them. Right then, Stormbringer and Imperium. Right, let's do Imperium, as it's going to be quick. I'm finally catching up with my coverage, although I have just had the update to my account saying the next lot of issues, so 79 to 81, has been dispatched, so I'm really going to have to crack on and get videos 75 through to 78 done. I've just rewritten the army list for 74, as the army list I used in 73 didn't go too well for the Imperium, so I've chosen a little bit more of a better one for them to use. And yeah, I've also had some sprays come through from Colourforge, so I'll be able to cover most of my models with decent colouring, because I'm running out now of my Crag Blue, but I've got the Colourforge version of it. I did a big spray yesterday, so Sunday, using some of the new colours. I used their matte white, and it is a really nice bright white, so I'm definitely going to be using that for my future project of Get Started Star Wars Legion, which is still in production. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about it. It's just, like I said, I've been really busy at the moment on the farm with my parents, trying to help, but I am getting my videos done as best I can. Right, Stormbringer. I do have to amend what I've written down here on my script. Yes, I have signed up for the complete collection. My last video covering issue 3, I mentioned that if anyone was interested in splitting the collection, that might persuade me into getting it. Someone came through, Marcio Silva, thank you very much for approaching me, and we've agreed that he will be receiving the destruction models, so the Uruks, the Goblins, and the Giants, etc., and also all the paint issues, as I have pretty much all the paints I'm ever going to need anyway. With the exception of issue 4, which I'm keeping for myself, as it's colours I need, and ones I use quite a lot of. But I'll be sending him via his parents the rest of them, as he lives overseas at the moment. So yeah, I am going to be covering the videos, but it will be not weekly as it used to be, because I'm now having to wait for my subscription to be shipped out to me. So hopefully it shouldn't be too long. I've been hearing a lot of people are getting their subscriptions pretty quickly. I know a few friends of mine have had theirs pretty much within a week of them being told it was shipped. So here's hoping. I signed up last night, so it might take a little longer having signed up on the weekend. But yes, I have signed up and I have gone for the premium, so I will be getting Krondis, the Son of Dracothian, and also the Grunstock, Hauler, and the other Carriage and Overlord units that are coming in those 2 premium kits. And I'll be sending Marcio, the Maw Crusher, and the Trolls when they come. But yeah, I'm now in it for the long run, and I will be painting up everything in the Iron Fanes colour scheme, which I'm still finalising the guide of. I primed the 5 Vindictors that we had from issue 3 in red, ready to start painting up. I just hope that we get some lore for them soon within the magazine, so that I can reference more than just that one basic Stormcast, because it'd be nice to see what colour they do their shields. Is it going to be the Ink by Darkness, sort of darky green, or is it going to be a white? I'll have to wait and see. So yeah, there we have it. I had also mentioned if you wanted to share the subscription, drop me a comment, but that's been dealt with now, so we can ignore that. But yeah, if you are interested in my coverage of the magazine, I will be just doing coverage of the magazine and the models. I'm not going to be doing any of the battle reports, as I'm only having half the collection worth of models, but I'll be definitely reading through the rules and stuff, and hopefully it will help me understand Age of Sigmar 3rd edition a little bit better. So that'll be more content coming for you lot to enjoy in the near future. Moving on then, Age of Sigmar and 40k, so my home armies. So away from magazines, obviously, so this doesn't contain any of the Imperium stuff or the Stormbringer stuff. This is just all the armies I'm collecting for myself. So I've got my Blood Angels working on, and my Necrons and my Tyranids going pretty well at the moment. I've actually started painting some units to bulk out my Indomitus painted Necrons, which were painted using Nemazor Zandrek as a basis. So they're Saltec Dynasty, but they have white to match into if he's Royal Court. Recently I've done a unit of Lich Guard with shield and sword. They are going to be Zandrek's personal bodyguard. And I've done them with the white, green shields, so they're going to match in nicely. And I'm going to be doing my command barge like that as well. So my Blood Angels, just yesterday, I started working on the Devastators and the next 5 Tactical Marines. So my 5 Missile Launcher Devastators are in the process of getting their base colours down, and then they'll be ready to face some enemies at my local gaming store, hopefully soon. I had a game first time with them about 2 weeks ago. I was free and decided to go out for a evening of 40k. I had 2 games. I played against Leagues of Votan, which I didn't do too badly. I got him down to just 3 models, which is pretty cool. I was really worried about that, but I did really good for it. And the other game, I faced a guy who literally just bought a Bloodthirster and 10 Bloodletters. I did have the honour, though, of being the person who dealt the most damage to the said Bloodthirster. I got him down to only 5 wounds remaining. And yeah, so Blood Angels are definitely good. Loads of single damage is really hard for a Bloodthirster to shake off, even with a 2+ save. Age of Sigmar, 8 armies. So I've finally gotten around, as I said yesterday, I did some spraying. I finally got around to getting the next batch of Flesh Eater Court models that I've been holding off building for a while, painted. So I'll be able to paint those up, including that limited edition Ghoul King on throne with his crown of command, so can't wait to get those painted. I'll be using the method they used for Mortal Realms Premium Kit 1. So yeah, really looking forward to painting those guys. And I'm also planning on starting a brand new army for Age of Sigmar. And it is the updated Seraphon. It's an army I've been wanting to collect for, well, since I used to play Warhammer Fantasy. So yeah, I'm starting a Seraphon army, as I was saying. It's been an army I've been wanting to collect since Warhammer Fantasy, but I was put off by the aesthetic of a lot of the models, as well as the fact that a lot of the good units were metal models, now resin, and they didn't really look all that good. But GW have been showing off some really nice models lately. The Salamander is amazing, looks pretty much like a Dimetrodon, and yeah, it looks brilliant. The skink handlers, there's a skink banner guy, skink Starseer now, plastic instead of resin. There's also the new plastic Slan coming with the launch box, I'm thinking. So it'll be the Slan, the new Saurus, and the new skink Raptor Riders. They're going to be in the launch box with obviously the limited edition codex and cards and stuff. So looking forward to that. So I'm going to be painting up and selling the starting force of Slaves of Darkness that I had, or have, should I say. I have just the old-fashioned Get Started box, so it'll still be a nice paint project for me to do. I'm going to try and do it and get it sold, hopefully before summer, when the Lizardmen launch. So I have made a start on that. I picked up the Saurus Sunblood, which is the old Rock Gore model, the pale lizard man. So I picked that up. It's one I painted it for a friend a few years ago, and I've been wanting to paint him again ever since. He's a really nice model. That giant shield and his club looks really ferocious. Love that model. So yeah, painting him up in his classic color scheme, and he'll be the first force leader to my collection. Okay, last two topics. So my Hoth table. Back in early February, I did make a bit of progress. When we had the snow, I spent a few days upstairs working on my battle board. I got a lot of scenic material down, and I even took up the first few finished units just to see what they look like against the battle board, and I think they look pretty cool. Might need to add a little bit extra snow to their bases, but yeah, the battle board is getting pretty close to a complete state. I just need to paint off the command areas with some grey. And yeah, just really finish off everything on the battlefield. I'm going to give a quick covering with some PVA glue and water just to help seal everything down. I might put a little bit more snow in some places just to show where it's built up more. But getting there. I do still have quite a few models left to build and paint for it though, but I will get around to them, as I won't be too much of a hurry to paint all my stuff from Stormbringer, as it's going to be just a small side project really. So I'm not really wanting to fully paint everything ready for filming with it. So I'll just be slowly collecting it, building it, painting it as and when I have some spare time in my schedule. So yeah, I will get some photos of the board soon. I was going to show it, but as I'm filming downstairs, not upstairs, I will have to show it on another day. So I'll get some photos done at some point and share them up on the YouTube channel. Right, so finally, Army of the Month. So I'm going to be going forward from now onwards. I'm going to probably show you one of my armies, or at least part of one of my armies, each month. So starting off this month is going to be my Saltec Dynasty Necrons led by Nemazor Zandrik. So as it's one of my older armies, I'm going to be showing that off and giving a rundown of the units, as well as color schemes I go through, what colors I use, methods, etc. for it. So yeah, that's going to be a nice upcoming video series I'll be doing. Like I said, it'll be one army a month and probably won't last for too long. But as I'm always chopping and changing between armies, it could last for quite a while. We'll have to wait and see. So yeah, I'll probably go 40k AOS, 40k OS, and maybe throw in something else. I am going to definitely show off my beautifully painted Rohan army that I've had for, gotta be over 10 years. They're in a box at the moment. Two boxes actually. I've got quite a lot of stuff. Nicely detailed movement trays for the old War of the Ring game. And yeah, I've got pretty much all characters. I've got a nice selection of various units, with some of different shield paint color schemes. I still have Pelennor Fields in my to build cupboard, so I actually do have some more Rohan stuff, and I'm thinking of painting them up in a blue and grey color scheme to show a Rohan force that lives on the edge of one of the rivers that flow through Rohan. So they're going to be like a fishing village, almost farming village-esque. So they're going to have lots of blues and greys in their color scheme. I've done a few test models a couple of years ago, and yeah, I quite like what I've done. And yeah, I'm going to get that sorted soon, and they will be all ready to go. Right, that's pretty much it. There was one thing I was going to say, but I've totally forgotten what it was. Yeah, that's me mumbling for this month. There will be plenty more content obviously coming soon. Lego has just revealed its 30th anniversary range of Jurassic Park toys. So yeah, I'm going to be picking up pretty much all of them. The only one I'm not too keen on is the Raptor Paddock Escape. I think it's a 4+ set, and it's very minimal. But it's the only one that has Robert Muldoon, who was my absolute favourite character from the film. And spoiler alert, he doesn't die in the books. But yeah, he was probably one of my favourite characters. The whole park warden sort of character design. He was a hunter tracker master of, yeah. So like I said, I'll pick up all the sets, and I will probably do build videos for them if people are interested. I know I've had quite a few people enjoying my Lego set videos, and who knows, Merlin builds, or Merlin makes, should I say, may expand into more than just Lego. I have a box full of Airfix kits that I do plan to build at some point in the future. But yeah, I do have quite a few too many projects on the go. I'm currently working on some Night Haunts and Stormcasts left over from Mortal Realms that I'm going to be painting and selling. So they will be up for sale. I'm hoping for end of the month, if not April. I'm just waiting on a few extra units to arrive to round up the Night Haunts units, because there's only 4 Grimghast Reapers, so I've ordered an extra 5 and an extra individual one off eBay, ready to bulk that up to unit 10. So yeah, it'll be a nice collection. It will have Knight of Shrouds, Reignor the Grim Hailer, Lady Onda, Kuranos Valentin, 30 Chain Rasps, 10 Grimghasts, 5 Glavewraith Stalkers, and what else have I got? Spirit Torment, Lord Executioner, and Keeper of Souls, the guy with the lantern. Correct me in the comment section if I've got it wrong. Guardian of Souls, I think it is, something like that. But yeah, and so I've got those guys ready to paint up and sell. Nearly finished doing the characters. I finished the basic colour scheme on the Glaive Wraiths and the Grimghasts. I have 20 chain rasps to do. Some need repair jobs first. And I also have the first 10 chain rasps I painted, which I've painted up to a bit more of a higher standard. I may go over them with just a basic colour and knock them back a bit so they're not as detailed, but I might keep them, who knows. So yeah, there we go. I think that's me rambling on long enough for you. So, one last thing. Yesterday's video reveal of 10th edition. I got the tingles. But yeah, Tyranids versus Terminators. So rumours of the 10th edition starter set being Tyranids versus a veteran Space Marine force is shaping up to be pretty true. I'm really looking forward to that. It'll be adding to my Blood Angels. And my friend who collects a Tyranid army, or I'm collecting a Tyranid army for her, as she used to love kicking my ass with my old Tyranid army. But I had to sell that quite a few years ago, but I'm starting up one in her favourite colour scheme, High Fleet Leviathan. She loves the whole purple and bone colour scheme. So yeah, looking forward to what 10th edition brings us. So, with that said, I'm going to say thank you all for watching. If you really think I deserve it, please give this video a like, and why not share it with your hobby groups. Also, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and if you want to, there's links in the description down below for my Patreon, my affiliate link for Curton Games. I'm hopefully going to be getting a few more affiliate links in the near future, one for Colourforge. I'm just waiting to hear back from them. And yeah, that's pretty much it. So, thank you again for watching, and I will see you next time when I mumble. Goodbye.